Hi and hello my dear students. Welcome to my channel Max Tutor Vanmati. This video is based on class 10th new syllabus. No more fear for exam by following my videos. Today in 10th Max we are going to see exercise 2.3 from second unit 10th problem. The problem is the duration of flight travel from Chennai to London through British Airlines is approximately 11 hours. The airplane begins its journey on Sunday at 23.30 hours. If the time at Chennai is 4.5 hours ahead to that of London's time, then find the time at London. When will the flight land at London airport? The question is, a flight is traveling from Chennai to London through the British Airlines and the duration is approximately given as 11 hours. Okay. Next, the airplane begins its journey on Sunday at 23.30 hours. First, we can convert this 23.30 hours into our standard time. Our standard time what will get? 11 hours 30 minutes, that is 11:30 p.m. you will get. Okay, in your lower classes you have studied how to convert the standard time. Okay, by this we are writing the standard time as 11.30, that is 11:30 p.m. Okay, if the time at Chennai is 4.5 hours as ahead to that of London's time, then find the time at London. When will the flight lands at London airport? We are going to find the time when the flight lands at the London airport. Okay, first we now converted this time 23.30 hours into our standard time as 11:30 p.m. Okay, our traveling time, that is duration, what is your duration, is given as 11 hours. Okay, next, totally what you will get, adding this you will get 22 point, that is this can be written as 11. Okay, 22.30 hours total time you will get. Okay, for this what is your standard time? Standard time is 10:30 a.m. Okay, now from Chennai to London the time differs at 4.5 hours. Okay, so now subtracting this from this you will get your final answer. 10:30 minus 4.5 hours can be written as 4:30. Okay, from this on subtracting this you will get 6 a.m. Okay, now at what time the flight will land? At 6 a.m. the flight lands at London airport on Monday. Okay, this same problem can be solved using formula method. Okay, the formula is given as t plus n, which is equal to f of mod 24, that is mod 24. It is here we are discussing about the time. So in a day, one day has 24 hours, so we are taking this mod value as 24. Clear? Okay, so first this is your initial time, that is what the airplane begins, 23.30, and n is your duration of flight travel from Chennai to London, that is your 11, which is equal to this only we are going to find, and this is your mod 24. Clear? We are using this formula. This is your starting, that is your flight starting time, that is beginning time, and this is your duration 11 hours. This what we are going to find, and this modulus 24 is nothing but here 1 day has 24 hours. Here we are dealing with the time only, so we are taking as mod 24. Clear? Now adding this, what you will get? 34.30, which is equal to, which is congruent to f mod 24. Clear? So this can be said as this value when divided by this value you will get this f. Okay, on dividing what you will get means 10:30 a.m. Let us divide here. 34.30 on dividing 24. 24 ones are 24. 10.30. Okay, this is your reminder. No, that is your f value. Therefore, f is equal to 10:30 a.m. And again, what they are telling, if the time at Chennai is 4.5 hours ahead to that of London's time. So we are subtracting this 10 from 10:30, we are subtracting this 4:30, you will get 6 a.m. that is your next day. Okay, the journey starts on Sunday, so next day is your 6 a.m. on Monday. Clear? Using these two methods you can solve this problem. Which is convenient for you, you can choose any of one method. Okay, next is your example problem. A man starts his journey from Chennai to Delhi by train. He starts at 22.30 hours on Wednesday. If it takes 32 hours of travelling time and assuming that the train is not late, when will he reach Delhi? The given example question is journey is through train and a man starts his journey from Chennai to Delhi. The travelling time, that is what is this travelling time, starting time is here 23.30 hours on the Wednesday. Okay, the travelling time, the duration what they have given is 32 hours. Okay, 32 hours means 24 plus 8, that is one day has 24 hours plus 8, you will get 32 hours. Okay, that is your duration of travelling time. Now what they have given is assuming that train is not late. So the train is in perfect time, it is not late. We are going to find when will the train reach Delhi. Okay, by using the formula T plus N, which is congruent to F mod 24. In previous exercise problem we have used this. T is your journey starting time 22.30, N is your duration 32 hours, which is congruent to F, what we are going to find that value. Mod 24 is here using the time value we are solving this problem. So we are taking one day has 24 hours, so we are taking mod value as 24. Clear? Adding this, what you will get 54.30, which is congruent to F mod 24. This means what we can say, this 54.30 is divided by 24, leaves the remainder. Okay, then while dividing 54.30 by 24, 24 2s are 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4, 48 you will get. Okay, then you will get 54 minus 48, 8, 830, sorry, 630 you will get. Okay, which implies 54.30, which is congruent to 630 mod 24. Okay, clear? So at 630 the train will reach Delhi. Clear? This is your final answer. That is what day? 6:30 means that is what is your travelling time? 32 hours. 32 hours can be written as 24 into 1 plus 8. That is 24 into 24 hours plus 8 you will get 32. So 24 hours means first Wednesday they are starting. So 24 hours over means Thursday you will come, and plus 8 is your Friday. So 6:30, at 6:30 the train will reach Delhi on Friday. Clear? Next example. Example 2.18. Kala and Vani are friends. Kala says, today is my birthday, and she asks Vani, when will you celebrate your birthday? Vani replies, today is my birthday and I celebrate my birthday 75 days ago. Find the day when Vani celebrate her birthday. Okay, two friends are there, Kala and Vani, and Kala says to Vani that today is my birthday, that is Kala's birthday is today, and she asks Vani, when will you celebrate your birthday? Okay, so that Vani replies to Kala, today is Monday and I celebrate my birthday 75 days ago. That is before 75 days Vani celebrates her birthday. So now we are going to find the day when Vani celebrated her birthday. That is 75 days ago. What is the day Vani celebrated her birthday? Okay, we can go to the solution. Okay, by the question we have represented a number line like this, starting that is today is Monday. Okay, we are going to find the day when Vani celebrated her birthday. So Monday before Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday and Tuesday. So first this can be written as 75 is congruent to F mod 7. Okay, 75 days ago we are going, so we are taking 75, and here we are speaking about the days in a week, so we are taking a 7 because 1 week has 7 days. Okay, so we are going to find this F value. Dividing this by this, you will get this F value. On dividing, you will get 75 divided by 7. 7 tens are 70. Remainder you will get 5. This can be written as 75 is congruent to 5 mod 7. Now we are going to see 5 days from Monday. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth day is your Wednesday. From this we can directly say that Vani celebrates her birthday must be on Vani celebrated her birthday must be on Wednesday. Okay, clear? Up to this, your exercise 2.3, that is your modular arithmetic section will be over. Next we are going to see the section sequences. Okay, next topic is your sequences. Sequence is nothing but a real valued sequence is defined on the set of natural numbers and taking the real values. Let us consider 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and here we can say it has 1 and this has 2 and this has 3, and the sequence follows the natural numbers 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay, and next consider 2 balls. Okay, and next you consider 4 balls, and again 6 balls. That is, this sequence is of odd numbers. So you are getting 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. It goes on. Okay, from this we can understand what is the sequence. Okay, next consider a sequence A1, A2, A3, etc. AN. Here every element is considered as a term. Each element in a sequence is considered as a term of a sequence, and the element in the first position is the first term, second position is the second term, and so on it goes. Okay, here for this sequence, A1 is your first term, A2 is your second term, and AN is your nth term. Okay, next, if the number of elements in a sequence is finite, okay, then it is called as a finite sequence. And if it is infinite, number of elements in a sequence is infinite, then we can say it as infinite sequence. Clear? Next, sequence as a function. A sequence as a function is defined from f from n to r. Here n is your natural numbers and r is your real numbers. Okay, so n is your natural numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. It's going on, and r is your real numbers a1, a2, a3, etc. It goes on, and the function is from n to r is said to be a sequence as a function. Okay, next, what is the general term of a sequence? Okay, general term means, consider the example 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. Here how we can write the general term? Here first we see the difference, okay, between this 3 minus 1 you will get 2, 5 minus 3 you will get 2, 7 minus 5 you will get 2. So the difference is 2 only. From this we can write an. An is your nth term. An is equal to 2n minus 1. When you give 1, first you give 1, 2 ones are 2, 2 minus 1, 1, and again give 2, 2 twos are 4, 4 minus 1, 3. So by this you can define the general term. And one more example, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, etc. It goes on. Okay, and this can be written as that an is equal to 1 by n plus 1. See, First take n equal to 1, you will get 1 by 1 plus 1, you will get 2. And again take 2, 2 plus 1, you will get 3. So by using the difference or any multiplication division, by that identifying that, you can write the general term of a sequence. Okay, next we can go to the examples. Example 2.19, find the next three terms of the sequence. Okay, they have given one sequence, we have to find the next three terms of that sequence. Okay, what they have given is subdivision 1, 1 comma 2 comma 1 by 2 comma 1 by 6 comma 1 by 10 comma 1 by 14, etc. So this is considered as A1, this is considered as A2, this is your A3, this is your A4. Now we are going to find A5, A6, A7. Clear? So you see in the numerator everywhere there is 1. So it won't change. For this also you will get 1 only. Clear? Next see the denominator. Here 2, here 6. So taking difference, that is subtracting from 6 minus 2, you will get the difference 4. And 10 minus 6 again 4. 14 minus 10 again 4. By this what we can do for A5, A6, A6, consequently add 4 to each term. You will get 1 by 14 plus 4. You will get 1 by 18. Clear? Now again taking this 1 by 18, that is 18 plus 4, you will get 22. Next again take this 22 here. 22 plus 4, 26. Clear? So these were the other three terms of the sequence subdivision number 1. Okay, next we can see subdivision 2. Subdivision 2 is given as 5 comma 2 comma minus 1 comma minus 4 comma etc. Okay, so here while you are seeing the difference, that is 2 minus 5, you will get minus 3. Okay, 2 is your small number and 5 is your big number, so you will get minus 3. Okay, next minus 1 minus 2, minus 1 minus 2, you will get minus 3. Minus 4 minus of minus 1, that is here already you have minus, we are going to again subtract that. So minus 4 minus of minus 1, you will get minus 4 plus 1. So minus 4 plus 1 is your minus 3. So everywhere the difference is minus 3. So while we are adding minus 3 to every term, you will get the sequence A4, A5, A6 and A7. Okay, this is your A1, A2, A3, A4. We are going to find A5, A6, A7. Clear? A5. So adding minus 3 to this number, minus 4 plus minus 3. You will get minus 4 minus 3 minus 7. Clear? Next again minus 7 minus 3. You will get minus 10. Next take this 10. Minus 10 minus 3. You will get minus 13. Clear? So these were the subdivision answers A5, A6, A7 for subdivision 2. Clear? Next subdivision 3. Third subdivision is your 1 comma 0.1 comma 0.01. They are given in decimals. Okay. First take this as A1, A2 and A3. Okay. On A1 comma A2 1 comma 0 comma 1 comma 0.1 is there. Okay. Dividing 1 by 10 you will get 0.1. Clear? This is your A2. Okay. And again further 1 by 0. That is 0.1. Divide 10, you get 0.01. This is your A3. Clear? Next again 0.01 divided by 10. That is throughout divided by 10. Every term to be divided by 10. You will get the further values. You will get 0.001. This is your A4. Okay? And next again 0.001 divided by 10, you will get 0.0001. This is your A5. And again 0.001 divided by 10, you will get 0.00001. This is your A6. Okay, here up to only 6 we are going to find because they have given only 3 values. After 3 values, you will get only A4, A5, A6. Clear? Up to this, your example 2.1 gets over. once you can recall. Okay, next we can move on to the exercise problem, same as this example model. Exercise 2.4, first problem, find next three terms of the following. First subdivision is 8, 24, 72. So first we have to check whether it can be same difference. 84 minus 8, 72 minus 24. There is no same difference. So next we have to check how the sequence is coming. Okay. First in 8 table 7, 24, 72 are coming out. We have to check. So first 8 table when 24 is coming. 8 3s are 24. And again next we have to take this term, no. So 24 into 3, check. 3 4s are 12, 1 3 2s are 6, 72. So the difference here is, notice your difference, they are multiplying into 3 to every term to finish the sequence. Okay, so first three sequence, A1 is your 8, A2 is your 24, A3 is your 72. Now again we are going to find A4, A5, A6. So for A4, multiplying 72 into 3, you will get your A4. 72 into 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 7s are 21. 216 is your A4. Clear? And again multiplying 3 into 2 1 6. 3 6 are 18, 1, 3 1s are 3 plus 1 4, 3 2s are 6. So 648. And again the 648 into 3, you will get your A6. 3 8s are 24, 2, 3 4s are 12, 13, 14. And again 1, 3 6 are 18 plus 1, 19. 1944. So these were the other three values of the sequence, A4, A5, A6. Clear? So next subdivision, example 2.4, next subdivision, 5, 1, minus 3. First we can check whether there is a common difference. Okay, 1 minus 5 is your minus 4. And again minus 3 minus 1 is your minus 4. So here we are getting the common difference. So we can add minus 4 to the next sequence number. Okay. So this is your A1, A2 and A3. So A4 equal to minus 3 and common difference is minus 4. You will get minus 7. And again A5 is minus 7, common difference is minus 4, you will get minus 11. Next A6 is minus 11 minus 4, you will get minus 15. Clear? These were the three values of subdivision 2. Okay, next is your third subdivision, 1 by 4, 2 by 9, 3 by 16. Okay, so by seeing this, we are here, we didn't get the 9 minus 4 is your 5 and 16 minus 9 is your 6. Okay, so it is not a common difference. Okay, so first you see the sequence in the numerator, it goes on 1 2 3 etc. This is your A1, this is your A2, this is your A3. So A4 is your 1 2 3 and next sequence is your 4. And denominator is, here you see 4 9 16. These are the square values numbers. Okay, 2 square is your 4, 3 square is your 9, 4 square is your 16. That is, this is your 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. So next what you will get? 5 square. So 5 square is nothing but 25. Next is your A5. So next 4, after 4 you will get 5. And after this 5 square what you will get? 6 square. So 6 square is nothing but your 36. Okay, and again A6. So 4, 5, then 6. 6 divided by, this is your 6 square, next your 7 square. 7 square is nothing but your 49. So these are the A4, A5, A6 values of subdivision 3. Clear? Next we can move on to the example. Example 2.20. Find the general term of the following sequence. First subdivision 3, 6, 9. Okay, this is your A1, A2, A3 they have given. So in last problem what they have asked to find the other three terms of the sequence. In this what they have asked is, they have asked the general term, that is your AN. Okay, in while seeing the introduction part of sequences, we have seen two examples regarding general term. Okay, just recall that. So AN is equal to, from this what we can see, these are the multiples of n, that is 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, that is each term is multiplied by 3. So 3 1s are 3 is your first term, 3 2s are 6 is second term, 3 3s are 9 is your third term. So each and every value is multiplied by 3. So we can take it general as 3n, whereas n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. It goes on. So while giving 1, you will get 3 1s are 3. While giving 2, you get 3 2s are 6. And again 3 3s are 9. 3 4s are 12. It goes on. Okay. So next subdivision. 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4. Okay. Here the values are in natural numbers. It goes natural numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. General term is written as divided by, let us take that as n. Okay. And denominator is 2, 3. Again here also it goes, but it starts from 2. So n plus 1, that is n is your 1, and adding this 1 plus 1 you will get 2. That is n is equal to 1 means 1 by 1 plus 1 you will get 2. N is equal to 2 means 2 by 2 plus 1 you will get 3. N is equal to 3 means 3 by 3 plus 1 you will get 4. So it goes on. The sequence goes on. So by this we can say the general term is AN is equal to n by n plus 1 for this second subdivision. And for subdivision 1, AN equal to 3n. These are the general terms of subdivision 1 and 2. Next subdivision 3 is 5, minus 25, 125, etc. You see here the sign is alternative. Plus, minus, and minus, it goes on. So for this what first we are taking as minus 1 whole power n plus 1. AN equal to minus 1 whole power n plus 1. That is, if you are putting 1 means 1 plus 1 what you will get? 2. Minus into minus you will get plus value. And again putting n is equal to 2. 2 plus 1 you will get 3. Odd power. So here you will get surely minus. Next to 3 plus 1 you will get 4. Even power you will get plus. For this sign change we are taking as minus 1 whole power n plus 1. And for the numbers what we are, these are the multiples of 5. So we can, that is power. 5 square is your 25. 5 cube is your 125, and again 5 power 4, 5 power 5, it goes on. So we can write it as 5 power n. When you are taking n is equal to 1, you will get minus 1 whole power 1 plus 1. That is, you will get square, minus 1 square, you will get the positive value, and 5 power 1 is 5. When you take 2, 2 plus 1, here odd power will come. Here 5 square is your 25, odd power you will get minus sign. So the general term for this is minus 1 whole power n plus 1 into 5 power n, where n belongs to n natural numbers. Clear? Exercise 2.4, third problem. This is as compared to your last example 2.20. Find the nth term of the following sequence. Okay. First subdivision is here 2, 5, 10, 17, etc. It goes on. By this what we can see, 1 square plus 1. What do you take? 1 square is here 1 and plus 1 you will get 2. Next is 2 square plus 1. 2 square is your 4. 4 plus 1 you will get 5. Next is 3 square plus 1. 3 square is your 9 plus 1 is your 10. 4 square plus 1. So 4 square is your 16. 16 plus 1 you will get 17. So next, so we can conclude the nth term as n square plus 1. Clear? This is your nth term. So n square. So if you are giving n is equal to 5, you will get the other term 5 square plus 1. So 5 square plus 1 is 5. 5 square is 25. 25 plus 1 you will get the other next term as 26. Clear? This is your nth term, n square plus 1, where n belongs to the natural numbers. Clear? Next subdivision is 3, 8, 13, 18, etc. This can be written as 5 minus 2 is your 3. And again 10 minus 2 is your 8. Next is 15 minus 2 is your 13. 20 minus 2 is your 18. So next sequence 25 minus 2. Like that it goes on. This can be written as 5 into 1 minus 2, 5 into 2 minus 2, 5 into 3 minus 2, etc. That is 5 ones are 5, minus 2 you will get 3, 5 twos are 10, minus 2, 8 you will get. And this further in general term we can write as 5n minus 2, giving n values as natural numbers from 1. So you will get the sequence. Okay. So this is the general term of the subdivision 2. Clear? Next we can see the subdivision 3. 0, 1 by 2, 2 by 3, etc. It goes on. Okay. Here what we can do is 1 minus 1 by 1. 2 minus 1 by 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Next 2 minus 1 is your 2 minus 1 by 2. Here 2, 3 and it goes on. This here you will get 0 by 1. So this is your 1 and next is your 2. Next is your 3 and again what you will get 3 minus 1. Here same number you are getting. So your nth term will be an is equal to n minus 1 divided by n. So here both are same values. So we are taking n minus 1 by n. And n belongs to your natural numbers. Clear? Remaining problems we can see from next video. I hope you all clear about today's video. Feel free to comment your doubts or just mail your doubts to me. Okay, I am there for you to rectify your doubts. If you like my channel, then subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you. Meet you soon in next video.